Okay, let's be honest. Are you as confused as we are with all these new Garmin watches? Every time you blink, there's another model out, and now we have got two that look almost the same, the Garmin Venu 4 and Forerunner 570. Same bright screens, same music storage, same endless sports modes. But they're not actually the same watch. One's a wellness smartwatch with a premium vibe, the other's a training partner built for grit. Let's walk through how they really compare. The most obvious difference hits you the moment you pick them up. The Venu 4 feels like a premium watch. Garmin swapped the old plastic frame from the Venu 3 for a stainless steel case, stainless bezel, and metal buttons. Only the back housing for the heart rate sensor is plastic. The result is a watch that feels solid and looks refined. It wouldn't look out of place next to a dress shirt or under a blazer. The Forerunner 570 sticks with Garmin's traditional fiber-reinforced polymer for the case and sides. It's lighter and a little more utilitarian. It's not badly made, far from it, but you don't get the raw metal look of the Venu 4. For athletes who care more about weight savings and durability than style points, that's actually a plus. Size options differ slightly. The Venu 4 comes in 41mm and 45mm. The Forerunner 570 goes 42mm and 47mm. A couple of millimeters doesn't sound like much, but on a small wrist, the Forerunner can feel noticeably larger. On a bigger wrist, that extra display space is nice. This is where preference can be a deal breaker. The Venu 4 has just two buttons on the right side. Everything else you do through its AMOLED touchscreen. In day-to-day use, that feels modern and clean. Swiping and tapping your way through widgets is smooth, and Garmin's latest software makes it look nice too. But add rain, sweat, or gloves, and the missing buttons start to matter. The Forerunner 570 keeps Garmin's classic 5-button layout, 2 on the left, 3 on the right. You can even turn the touchscreen off entirely and run the whole watch by button presses. If you're in the middle of an interval session or a winter-long run, that's a lifesaver. So think about where you'll use your watch: indoor gym workouts or fair weather runs. The Venu 4's minimal buttons won't get in your way. All-weather training or glove season. The Forerunner 570's buttons will feel like an upgrade. One of the Venu 4's surprise tricks is a built-in LED flashlight. Hold the back button for a couple of seconds and a bright white beam pops on. You can swipe up or down to adjust brightness or switch to a red light mode for preserving night vision. It's not meant to light up your whole trail at night, though it can blink for visibility during runs or rides, but it's a huge convenience for real life. Need to find the bathroom in a dark hotel room? Check under the couch for toys? Or see your car lock at night? The flashlight is actually useful. The Forerunner 570 doesn't have it. Once you've used it on a Garmin, it's one of those features you miss when it's gone. Both watches use Garmin's latest Elevate Gen 5 optical heart rate sensor with built-in SpO2. You get 24/7 heart rate tracking, HRV status, stress, body battery, sleep analysis, and all the usual Garmin health metrics. The Venu 4 adds ECG. That means you can take an on-demand electrocardiogram and export a PDF to share with a doctor. For most people, it's not something you'll use every day, but it's another layer of health data and peace of mind. What's interesting is the Forerunner 570 has the same hardware, but no ECG feature. This looks like a deliberate product choice rather than a technical limitation. If ECG matters to you, the Venu 4 is the only option here. Despite different marketing messages, both watches are loaded with training tools. You get training status, recovery advisors, suggested workouts, VO2 max estimates, and the ability to pair external sensors like heart rate straps or cycling power meters. Both support multisport and triathlon tracking. But the Venu 4 introduces something called mixed session multisport. Instead of being locked into the classic swim bike run format, you can stack any activities in any order: strength, yoga, run, bike, whatever your training day looks like. That's great for cross-training or hybrid workouts. The Forerunner 570, though, has SAT-IQ. This is Garmin's smart GPS setting that automatically balances accuracy and battery life depending on your environment. So if you're running downtown with tall buildings, it cranks up the accuracy. If you're out in the open, it dials it back to save battery. That's a huge perk for endurance athletes who need long battery life but still want reliable GPS. Battery life is pretty close between the two, but technically the Venu 4 edges it out. The 45mm Venu gets about 12 days in smartwatch mode, while the 47mm Forerunner gets about 11 days. GPS time is similar, though the SATA-IQ on the Forerunner helps maximize efficiency depending on where you're training. In real life, though, both can easily last a full week with workouts, sleep tracking, and notifications. Unless you're doing crazy ultramarathons, you won't run into issues with either. Both watches keep things pretty simple when it comes to navigation. No full topo maps here. You get breadcrumb-style navigation and turn-by-turn prompts if you load in a route. That works fine for road running, or trails you're already familiar with. But if you're someone who wants detailed maps for exploring completely new terrain, you'll need to look at Garmin's higher-end models like the Fenix or Epix. Under the hood, the software is basically the same. You'll see the same widgets, the same menus, and the same metrics. But Garmin gives each watch its own visual flavor. The Forerunner 570 uses squared-off edges and a stripped-down presentation. Plain text, minimal graphics, just the data. The Venu 4 has rounded widgets, gradient colors, and smoother animations. Functionally, it's the same, but visually it reinforces the watch's lifestyle personality versus the Forerunner's athlete personality. The Venu 4 also debuts a few wellness extras on-device. Health status combines heart rate, HRV, respiration, skin temperature, and SpO2 to flag unusual readings. Lifestyle logging lets you record factors like caffeine, alcohol, or late meals, and see how they affect sleep and recovery. And you will find new sleep alignment and consistency metrics within the sleep coach. All of these are rolling out to Garmin Connect and other modern watches eventually. The Venu 4 just happens to be first with them on the watch itself. So, why do both of these watches exist when they're so similar? That's the million-dollar question. Here's the way we see it. If you want a stylish, everyday smartwatch that doubles as a serious fitness tracker, the Garmin Venu 4 makes the most sense. It's got that premium look, the flashlight, ECG support, and all the wellness extras. But if you're a dedicated athlete who values reliability over polish, the Forerunner 570 is the safer choice. The 5-button layout alone is reason enough for many runners, cyclists, and triathletes to pick it. So, which one would you go for? The stylish and feature-packed Venu 4, or the button-heavy, athlete-focused Forerunner 570?